Hi, listeners. You are welcome to the continuation of our online tutorial class from your favorite student ScoreBooster, your online tutorial provider on JAMB, WAEC, NECO, and NAPTIP exam. Today, we shall be considering energy consumption, the calculation of energy consumption, as well as the estimation of the cost or price. I am Bangbade AA. Now, before we proceed, we need to consider the learning outcomes of this presentation, which goes thus. At the end of this presentation, listeners should be able to define energy consumption. Listeners should also be able to calculate the energy consumption in kilowatt hour. They should also be able to calculate the price of energy consumption. And lastly, they should be able to solve relevant UME questions relating to energy consumption. Now, by energy consumption, we mean the amount of electricity per unit time. That is, energy consumption may be defined as the amount or quantity of electricity used per unit time. It is usually expressed or calculated in kilowatt hour, and 1 kilowatt equals 1000 watts. 1 kilowatt equals 1000 watts. Now on to UTME sample calculations. The first question we shall be considering comes from 1979, number 20. And the question goes thus. A landlord has 840 watts electric light bulbs, 460 watt bulb and 200 watt bulb in his house. If he has all the points on for 5 hours daily, and if NEPA charges 5 kobo per unit, his bill for 30 days is dash. So we have option A to be 5 naira 70 kobo, option B is 7 naira 23 kobo, option C is 3 naira 65 kobo, option D is 8 naira 8 naira and 5 kobo, while option E is 4 naira 50 kobo. Now on to solution. So the first step here is to get the total power and total time in hour. So the total power will be the sum of the power of 840 watts plus that of 460 watts plus 2 of 100 watts. So and the total of 840 watts, the total value will be 8 times 40 plus 460 watts will give us the power of 4 times 60 watts, then plus 200 watts, which will give us 2 times 100 watts. So 4 times 8 times 40 will give us 320 plus 4 times 60, which is 240 watts, plus 2 times 100, which is 200 watts. So giving us 320 plus 240 plus 200, that would be 760 watts. But we need to convert it to kilowatts because they always build the price based on kilowatt hour. So to convert 760 watt to kilowatts, you divide it by 1000. Kilo means divided by 1000. So 760 divided by 1000 will give us 0.76 kilowatts. Now that we know the total power, we also need to calculate time. And from the question we are told that is going to use it for 30 days, 5 hours daily, then for 30 days. So the total number of hours will be 5 times 30, which is 150 hours. Now for us to get the energy consumption, energy will be equal to power times time. We recall from our video 10 that we said power equals energy over time. Then when you cross multiply, you get uh, energy equals power times time. So our total power in this case is 0.76 kilowatt times our total time, which is 150 hours. So that will give us 114 kilowatt hour. Now that we have the energy in kilowatt hour, then we go back to the cost. They said they are charging it at 5 kobo per unit. So therefore 114 units will be 114 times 5 kobo, and that will give us 5 naira 70 kobo. It will give us 570 kobo, but 100 kobo is equal to 1 naira. Therefore 570 kobo will be 5 naira 70 kobo, making option A the answer for this question. Now the next question we shall be considering comes from 1984, number 47, and the question goes thus: what is the cost of running 550-watt lamp and 400-watt lamp for 10 hours if the electrical energy costs 2 kobo per kilowatt hour? You are given option A to be 0.65 naira, option B to be 0.13 naira, option C to be 3 naira 90 kobo, option D to be 39 naira, while option E is 234 naira. Now to solution. The first thing is to calculate the total power. So the total power will be the sum of all the power. For example, now the total power of 550 watt bulb or lamp will be 5 times 50 watts, plus the total of 400 watts will be 4 times 100 watts. So 5 times 50 watts will be 250 watts, plus 4 times 100, which is 400 watts. So 250 plus 400 will give us 650 watts. So we need to convert it to kilowatts by dividing it by 1000. So 650 watts divided by 1000 will give us 0.65 kilowatts. Now, having got the power, we need to consider the time. From the question, we are given the time to be 10 hours. Then energy in kilowatt hour will therefore be power times time, which will give us 0.65 kilowatt times 10 hour. So that will give us 6.5 kilowatt hour. But we are told that 1 kilowatt hour is 2 kobo. Therefore 6.5 kilowatt hour will cost 6.5 times 2 kobo, and that will be 13 kobo or 0.13 naira, since 100 kobo is equal to 1 naira. So to convert 13 kobo to naira, we divide it by 100 kobo, and that will give us 0 naira 13 kobo, making option B the correct answer for this question. We're considering comes from question from year 2011, number 35, and the question goes thus: if the charge of electricity per kilowatt hour is 4 naira, what is the cost of opening an electric appearance rated 250 volt 2 ampere for 6 hours? Now we're given the option A to be 16 naira, option B is 24 naira, option C is 28 naira, option D is 12 naira. Now to solution. So you are given the parameter phi equals 250 volt, the ampere current I equals 2 ampere, and time t equals 6 hours. Now we have to recall that power can be calculated from electrical energy. We have some power, so some formula for power. But for this case now, from the given phi and I, we can calculate power out because power equals I phi. So you correct that from our video 9. So I urge you to please check that for the necessary foundation for the various formula of power. But from this particular question, from phi and I, we can get out our power. So our power, since we are not given direct, will be equal to I phi. So when you substitute power, P will be I, which is 2 ampere times phi, which is 250 volts. So that will give us 250 times 2 will be 500 watts. Now that we get our power in watts, the next is to convert it to kilowatt by dividing by 1000. So therefore 500 watt will be equal to 500 divided by 1000 kilowatts, and that will give us 0.5 kilowatt. 0.5 kilowatt. Now that we have it in kilowatt, the next thing is to multiply it by our time in hour. Therefore the energy in kilowatt hour will be equal to power times time, and our power is 0.5 kilowatt times time, which is 6 hours, since we are told that it was used for 6 hours. So 0.5 kilowatt times 6 hours will give us 3 kilowatt hour. 3 kilowatt hour. But from the question, they said 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour costs 4 naira. So if 1 kilowatt hour costs 4 naira, then 3 kilowatts will cost 3 times 4 naira, and that will be 12 naira, making option D the correct answer for this question. Now on to practice question. And the first question we shall be considering comes from 2013, number 40. And the question goes thus: a house has 10 40 watts and 500 watt bulbs. How much will it cost the owner of the house to keep them lit for 10 hours if the cost of a unit is 5 naira? So we have the option A to be 90 naira, option B to be 50 naira, option C is 45 naira, while option D is 20 naira. The expected answer here is option C, which is 45 naira. Then the next question we shall be considering as your practice question comes from 2001, number 28. And the question goes thus: the cost of running 560 watt lamp and 400 watt lamp for 20 hours if the electrical energy costs 10 naira per kilowatt hour is dash. I repeat, the cost of running 560 watt lamp and 400 watt lamp for 20 hours if the electrical energy costs 10 naira per kilowatt hour is that. So you have option A to be 280 naira, option B is 160 naira, option C is 120 naira, while option D is 140 naira. So the expected answer here is option D, which is 140 naira. Now our next video will be on elasticity with sample questions and solution from UTME. I urge you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, as we promise to be providing you with more interesting presentation in subjects relating to UTME. Thank you.